Hi there, I'm Malcolm Cesar, your host of the Super Affiliate Biz Leads Automation Summit, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to Super Affiliate entrepreneur and search marketing expert Spencer Meekum, who is the founder of Builderpreneur and the #1 ClickFunnels affiliate. Spencer is an online marketer with a passion for passive income. He has training on how to make money with affiliate marketing, email marketing, blogging, YouTube, Pinterest, and many more. He has won multiple cars, trips, and awards for being a top affiliate marketer in the internet marketing space. And today we're going to be talking about how to make crazy profits with affiliate marketing utilizing Google Ads. Spencer, it's great to have you for this session.
Thanks. You make me sound better than I probably really am. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So for those of you who may not know Spencer, Spencer is the #1 dream car affiliate, signing up so many people for ClickFunnels. But the greatest thing for me is really kind of how you've done all this. So and where you've come from. So with all that being said, can you tell people about your background as far as marketing and how that helped you become the #1 ClickFunnels affiliate?
Yeah, so I have a digital marketing kind of SEO agency background. So I got out of college with a degree in public relations, which I don't know if anyone else has a degree like that, but it's not a very useful degree. There's not a lot of places to run with that, and definitely not any places that I wanted to be, where that degree helped me. So I started at the bottom of like a digital marketing agency that did SEO for clients around, and making not very much for someone coming out of college, Anyway, I'm doing that for like a year, and I had this coworker, and he hops on and one day and he's like, "Hey, check out this website. I've been building this for like 3 years. I'm doing it like as a side hustle, right?" And I didn't even know what a side hustle was at that point. Like, didn't even know like that concept existed. And I was like, okay. And he shows me this website, and I've told this story a few times. I need to go back and find the website because it's terrible. Like, it was just this ugly website, looked awful. It was a vacuum cleaner review website. He just reviewed like all those vacuum cleaners out there, and I was like, that's an ugly website. What am I checking out right now? And he's like, oh, you're checking out my, it was like $7,000 a month SEO website that I built, And I was like, what? Like, that pile of crap is making you $7,000 a month? And so that was like my holy cow moment. And like, wow, I got to get into this. What is this affiliate marketing? What is this side hustle? What is this? This blogging review stuff all going on. And that would have been 2015, 2016, right in there somewhere. And so it took me about a year and a half, 2 years to see any success. I was working. My wife, I kind of got lucky because my wife had a job that worked evenings and I worked days. And so I'd come home at 5 and I was like all alone just at this house. Like, oh, what do I do? And so I spent like 6 hours every evening. Every single evening I'd work till my wife got home like 11 p.m., putting together websites and trying out stuff and like basically failing a lot, right? And getting all the failures out of the way. And then in about 2017, 2018, I had like one big success on YouTube when I tried something. And then like 6 months later, I had a huge success on paid Google ads that like really rocked it. And then things started to really just kind of like take off from there. I started to like duplicate successes and pull away from the things that weren't working. And I guess fast forward today, there's a lot of good things going on.
Yeah. So Google Ads is a really good traffic source, and I think a lot of people kind of forget about it, especially now, because we got Facebook ads, which is like the thing that's dominating at the moment. But you never want to underestimate the power of Google Ads. If you do it right, you can make a lot of money from it. And so many people get Google Ads wrong. So with that being said, what steps should people take to make sure they get Google Ads right so they don't waste money?
Yeah, so the big mistake, like, you can tinker and tweak and play with Google Ads all you want, if you don't make this one mistake. And so I've seen a lot of people, new people, if you're familiar with Google Ads, you select the keywords you want to rank for, right? Or you want to show up for. And a lot of new people, they don't do enough research into understanding how these keyword selectors work. And so they go super broad. And they basically tell Google, like, hey, you can show this ad to anybody that's searching anything, to do with marketing or affiliates or money, or, just it gives Google this huge broad way to spend your money. And then Google goes and blows it, like on useless things that make no sense, that don't match up with your ad. They show it to tons of people that make no sense, and you pay for it all because you didn't do enough. You didn't have a solid enough understanding of who Google is going to show your ad to when you select keywords. And so I would say understand that really well, broad match, phrase match, all that, like get a really good understanding of that. And then you won't lose money, and you'll be able to, it might take you time, you might not be profitable in the beginning, but you won't blow your budget the first day and give up.
Yeah, so when it comes to setting up an AdWords campaign, how do you actually set up a campaign step by step?
Oh man, it's funny. It changes like every 6 months. I feel like Google's like, hey, we're making an update.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think step by step in my head. I usually just follow the script of the screen,
Yeah.
Google scripts it all out for you. So you'll go and one of the first things you'll do is select like locations and audience and things like that. Like who could this ad show for? The next thing you do, I believe, is to choose your keywords. So like, what are people typing into Google, right, that you want to show your ad in front of? Like, what are they typing in and you want to show up in front of? And then you build your ad, and the ad build takes, it's way different than Facebook. Your ad build takes like 20 seconds because it's like, it's a headline and it's a couple lines of text, right? And then you're done, and you'll build a split test out. And in the beginning, that's kind of all it is. So it takes you 30, 40 minutes to build your first ad and get it all set up and running. And then from there, it becomes a game of optimizing and tweaking. So it becomes a game of, okay, what keywords are working for me? What keywords aren't working for me? What ad is working better? Okay, switch over and like focus on that ad, right? So you start finding the combinations that work best, and then you put more and more money into those. And anytime something's profitable, you dump a lot of money into it, obviously.
Awesome. Yeah, I think why Google Ads works so well, and why I think it's amazing traffic source, especially for affiliate marketers, because you're getting people, who already have a buyer's intent. Because, usually when someone comes to Google, they're already looking for some more information, or they're ready to already buy a product, which they probably have already heard about somewhere else. So like I said before, there's loads of people using Facebook ads, and they're advertising their products on Facebook ads. And then what happens is people might hear about that on Facebook, and they might want to do a bit more research about it, and then they go to Google. So if you can get your advert in front of those people, then you've got a much higher chance of getting a conversion. So with that being said, how do we, ensure our ads get in front of these people without us wasting money? Like, how can we ensure we are doing the right thing and following the right steps?
And this kind of falls into that same category, keywords. Like in Google, you can be as specific as you want, right? You can tell Google, like, I only want to show up for this exact phrase that someone types in, right? Unless they type in that exact, 5 keywords in a row, I don't want my ad to ever show up. And if you've only got a $5 budget a day or $10 budget a day to start, that might be what you do, right? You go for something very, very specific. You make an ad that's very specific to a long keyword, right, that no one else is probably super focused on, like none of the big guys are focused on. And then you build an ad around that, and you build a landing page that's built around that long keyword. And that's how you, as a beginner with only $5 or $10, can win when you're going up against people with a lot more money and a lot more budget, right? Like they're going for these keywords that have tons of volume, and their ads are a little more generic, and you can kind of zoom in and say, hey, this search only gets 100-200 searches a month, but I'm going to focus my entire thing around that, and I'll get higher click-through rates, I'll get lower costs, I'll get better landing page scores because I'm focused on that small, that tiny little portion of people searching for that exact thing. And for an example, right, like let's say you're running ads on AdWords to somebody that's searching for like best keto diet, right? And you're running, maybe you're an affiliate, or maybe you have your own product. Well, you could do best keto diet, and you're going to run up against 500 other people, but you could do best keto diet for women post-pregnancy, right? You see how I'm just getting deeper and deeper and deeper in there? Well, now those big guys, like their ads aren't going to make as much sense. You can make an ad geared just around that keyword, and you can build a landing page just around that keyword and become relevant just around that keyword, right? And then you can win with a $10 budget. And then you can go on, once that's working, you can move on and do it again for, best keto diet for men who want abs, like you just get really specific like that.
Okay, great. Let's talk about products. Based on my research on Google Ads, the hardest part is finding products which you can actually be allowed to promote on Google Ads, and in particular products that you're allowed to use the brand name in your Google Ads. So you can actually find a lot of products now. They don't really allow you to either run Google Ads to their affiliate products, but they don't allow you to use their brand name because you're kind of competing with them. So how do you find products which do allow affiliates to promote on Google Ads. Is there a software that you use or a tool that you use to find these products?
I use Google. So a lot of it takes time. So a lot of where people fail in this is they don't realize, like, when I'm trying to find a new product, I spend like 5 hours, right, just searching through. So one site I go to is Capterra. If I'm looking to promote some softwares, Capterra has like 200,000 softwares, and I've been through maybe like 1,000 of them, 2,000 of them. So there's tons more. So Capterra is a place you can go where I found good success. The other thing you can do is you can type in, you type into Google, you put quotation mark, and then you say affiliate program, end quotation mark, and then you'll put in your niche. So if the niche you're going for is like blogging or keto, again, right? You type in keto, quotation mark, join our affiliate program, end quotation mark. Then it's going to give you like 1,000 landing pages of these different keto websites that have affiliate programs, and they have easy join pages. And then you'll go, so you'll have to click through all those. And the next step, if you got to see, like, okay, does this affiliate program have any search volume or not? And typically the first ones will, and then as you get further down, those are less Google. They rank less well in Google typically because they're smaller brands and they don't have as much search volume. So once you find out, okay, it's got search volume, it's got an affiliate program, the last step is, what are the terms of the affiliate program, right? And if all three of those line up, boom, let's launch an ad and see what happens. And typically, if all three of those line up, your ad will be profitable.
Awesome. Yeah, so now we have a product, and the next step is to do the research to make sure people are actually searching for the product. So the next thing you want to do is do the research and make sure people are actually searching. So Spencer, what tools do you use to make sure people are, they're interested, they're searching for the product to determine if it's worthwhile and actually creating a full campaign? What's your step-by-step process?
So I use Ahrefs for all my, like, anything keyword involved. They have the best database, I think, and the best way to display information to you. But you can use them, or you can use Google keyword tool, right? And all you do is just type in that brand name and it'll give you search volume for that exact match. And then, 30 or 40 other ways people are looking for that brand. And if the brand has even a couple hundred searches, then I'll launch an ad for it, because I know it takes me an hour, and if it's profitable and working, I'll never have to look at it again. Like, I can just run that ad for months and months and months. So it's not hard to see. It takes 10 minutes of looking to see if that brand name has volume or not, and if it does, build out the ad. If it doesn't, move on and keep looking.
Yeah. So are we running AdWords directly to that keyword? Is that what your strategy is?
Yeah, that's like one strategy. So
Okay.
AdWords, there's tons of ways you can do it, right? You can go directly, like if you're promoting, you can go to their brand name, and if they're allowing that, you can directly go on their brand name and bid on that, or you can go on like what their brand does and try to like bid out and branch out a little bit to like these warm leads. So yeah, there's not like one set way to do it. There's a lot of ways you can find people on AdWords that would be interested in your product. The easiest one is obviously just hitting up brands. The hard part about that is finding the brands that allow that.
Okay. So yeah, so now the customer, they're thinking about buying, they were doing a bit more research. So then they're going to Google. They might have already even looked at the main website of the product, but now they're going to Google and they're going to be looking for a review about it. How can we ensure that our ad, for example, for instance, like a ClickFunnels review, will be at the top of Google?
You pay for it. So the top of Google is pay to play. So you can pay and get up there, and all you need to do is ensure that you're making money in the process. So it's easy to get to the top of Google, right? Like it's a pay to play place. You put up the money and it either makes sense or it doesn't. So then you've got to have, a really killer converting landing page. So if it's a review, you've got to have a good solid review that really some highlights and gets people to convinced that is the best product, right? If it's a comparison, then same thing. You need to like have a really good, easy to understand comparison where there's a very solid chance they click on one of the links that you've built out. So yeah, I mean, ensuring you're getting to the top isn't the hard part. It's ensuring you're getting to the top profitably.
Okay. That's good advice. So how do you actually sell your campaign to make sure you're not showing up for the wrong things in your keyword on Google?
So that's kind of like, yeah, that first thing I talked about is your keywords have to, you have to be selective on your keywords, especially in the beginning when you don't have a big budget. Yeah. So you'll need to go very, very specific and say like, I only want to rank for these 3 or 4, right? And then I'll usually create another campaign that's a little more broad where I'll give Google a little leeway to like show my ad, to some other keywords.
Okay.
Primarily to give me some good keyword ideas, right? So if Google's running these ads and they're running them on all these random keywords, I'll start to see like, oh, people are looking for this, like, and I can rank for that, right? So I won't put a ton of money into that, but it's just a research budget where I'm seeing other keywords show up that people are looking for. And then if I find one like, oh, hey, it looks like this one's kind of showing up a lot and it's getting a lot of clicks and stuff, let's build an ad specifically out for that, that keyword or that phrase that people are looking for.
Yeah. So in the topic of budget, any tips on setting up a budget? How much do you recommend to spend a day to get the maximum results?
But it's all about searchability. So if you're running on a product that's got 100,000 searches a month, then the maximum results will probably be spending, $2,000-$3,000 a day. If you're running on a product that's got 100 searches a month, then, you'll probably be maxing out at $3 or $4 a day. And so it really just depends on the volume of the keyword you're going for.
Yeah. So also when it comes to Google Ads, the headline is important. What tips do you utilize to make sure your headline is appealing? It has a high click-through rate. Do you recommend split testing headlines? Do you utilize that?
Yeah. I mean, if you're not split testing headlines in AdWords, you'll never, you'll fail eventually.
Yeah.
But the headline, people kind of overcomplicate it. It's the headline should be what they're looking for, right? Like they're looking for something, and you already know what they're looking for because you told the ad to show up, for what they're looking for. So the biggest tip to the headline is make it show what they're looking for. If they're looking for best keto diet for men, your headline should be something that is really, really close to that, like best keto diet for men, or this manly keto diet rocks, right? Like something very, very similar to that.
Yeah. So also bonuses. Do you add bonuses to maximize your offer and incentivize people to click? If so, what type of bonuses do you offer in your Google Ads?
In my Google Ads, I don't, if you're running like straight brand name, then you typically aren't going to be adding bonuses because you're linking directly to the brand. And so like you're kind of out of the picture. They really don't even know who you are as an affiliate. And so bonuses don't really make sense. But I will run bonuses. Like sometimes if I'm not linking directly to the brand, then I'll do some bonuses. And I'll just do bonuses that make sense, and I'll display them really predominantly. Like if someone types in, a product like Builderall, then I'd say like my ad would just be best, like don't sign up for Builderall without checking out these bonuses or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's like a pretty catchy headline, right? And then they click in, and then you gotta explain it to them a little bit, because a lot of people don't even understand what that means. Like, what do you mean sign up through this link? Like that doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, it works in that one situation. But most of the AdWords I'm running, I'm not offering bonuses. Like they're hot enough traffic already. I don't have to like entice them.
Okay. So let's talk about ClickFunnels. You've made so much money promoting ClickFunnels, but most importantly, I think the part I love about what you're doing is also that you give back to people, and the value that you continue to add. You created a Facebook page or Facebook group, I should say, called Automation Nation. It's a Facebook page that you use to give back to the community. So do you mind talking a little bit about Automation Nation and how you're helping people out with that?
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of when I created that. It's probably been about 2 years, since 2 years ago that I created that. And
yeah,
it's basically, it's a group for people looking, not just ClickFunnels, but people looking to learn to create passive income, right, and automate their income and things like that. So there's a lot of Facebook groups out there, and I've really tried to focus, because each one's kind of got to have their own thing, right? Like what makes my group unique? Why should you join my group and engage with my group? And what I've tried to make the group be is like a place where people know, number one, that they can safely ask any question without like being made fun of. And so like a lot of groups aren't they'll get attacked for asking questions, like that's a dumb question, like you're an idiot, like that happens. It's the internet, it's trolls. So we've really tried to create a respectful atmosphere in the group where people feel comfortable asking questions, and where people feel the need to give back. Like, okay, this group has given me so much, right? This group, I've always got my questions answered. So whenever I can answer, I will. And so that's been the vibe we've tried to hit of this group, is like, when you want to know something, this is the group you go to, because your question will get answered by multiple people, and they'll be like genuine, good, solid answers.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. So back to Google Ads. So let's talk about Google Ad rankings. Google likes to rank your adverts based on a few different factors. Could you maybe explain to our audience, how ads are ranked and what these factors are?
Yeah. So Google cares about a couple things, right? Google has got to care about their customer, the person that's searching Google. They got to make sure that that person wants to come back to Google and use Google for years and years and years, right?
Right.
And so they want your ad to be as relevant to that person as possible. And if your ad actually helps that person, then Google's really happy and you pay less and you show up higher and all kinds of good things happen, right? So that comes back to keywords again. You want to make sure your ad and your landing page is directly associated with your keyword. Okay, what are they searching for? Does your ad directly help them, and take that person and make that exact person want to click it? And if it does, then you'll get a high click-through rate, which will mean you'll pay less and show up higher. And then does your landing page, right where you send them, does that offer the most value possible and truly help them? Or offer them a solution to the problem they're searching for. And if there's that alignment there, where the keyword they're searching for aligns with the ad, aligns with the landing page, Google likes you, so Google ranks you higher, and you pay less even though you're ranking higher, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. In terms of the funnels that you create, how exactly do you warm up your leads? Do you make sure that you warm people up a little bit, and then when they're hot, move them into something else to get them to take an action, and then move them back to the nurture sequence, and then when they're hot again, move them somewhere else? Is that how you do it?
So for me, I used to make it really complicated, and then it got too complicated, and I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of profit for simplicity. And so now they're grouped, so people get onto my email list, and there's two different kinds of people. I basically have people that are interested in affiliate marketing and people that are online marketers, interested in learning online marketing, but not necessarily affiliates. And they go through a straight sequence. So affiliate marketers, right? They'll go through some learning emails, and then I'll start teasing them towards a product, meaning I'll introduce a problem. I'll kind of tease that problem a little bit. And they're like, I have that problem. Yes. I can totally relate to that problem. And then there'll be some emails that hit them with the solution. And then I'll start over, right? I'll do some value emails and teach them and just kind of rebuild my relationship with them. And then I'll start again. And this is all just in one sequence. So they're not bumping in and out of a sequence. They're just going through one steady, long sequence that does this.
Awesome. So as we begin to wrap up this session, what's your contact information? How can people get in touch with you?
Oh, I'm all over the internet. You can join my group. Like I said, I'll never not answer a question in Automation Nation if it shows up there. There's free courses. I've got so much free training. If you go to my website, buildapreneur.com, there's a free button in the menu, and email marketing, affiliate marketing, building websites, whatever you want. There's tons and tons of free training there to get you started in all of those. So that's you hop in there. That's your get started place.
Awesome. So Spencer, it was great to have you on this session talking about Google Ads. How to get paid utilizing Google Ads. So thank you so much for being a part of this session.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry there was some bangs in the background. I'm in a crazy place right now.
That's fine. And I want to thank all of the listeners for tuning into the Super Affiliate Biz Leads Automation Summit. Make sure that you upgrade to the All Access Pass before the timer expires. And I'll see you guys in the next session.